Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. Alright, this one's going to run probably 30 minutes or more, so I'm going to kind of rifle through this really fast in the beginning. I do apologize. Now, night one had more bands. Two bands that I was definitely into a hell of a lot more than night two for the opening acts. Night one had Mammoth, WVH, and I'm really upset I missed them. And Pantera, I'm happy I caught most of them. And then Metallica. Go watch video 1 and video 2 before you go any further with this one if you haven't watched those videos yet, because there's a lot of story going through that comes into here, okay? So you'll understand some of the other stuff I get to. Now, on night 2, the first band off was Ice 9 Kills. Now, I have heard of this band. I don't remember where I've heard of this band from. And I even recognized a couple of songs they played. I don't know them well, though, so I don't know what song I came in at, and I don't know what songs were which and whatnot, and I don't even remember if I shot any video footage or not, and if I did, I'm going to play that video footage here, and you guys can fill me in on what the hell this was. Okay, if I didn't play anything there, then let's go for it. Now, we've got Rainy Day, Hip to Be Scared, Meet and Greet, Ex Mortis, Welcome to Horrorwood, Worst Vacation, worst as in bratwurst, that would be WURST, The Shower Scene, and Stabbing in the Dark. Now, from what I can gather from watching them, they have some good stage presence. They put on a bit of a show. And I'm not quite into the screamy part of the music that I was hearing, but they weren't too bad. I might check them out a little bit more after watching them live, and that's the cool part about seeing live bands. Five Finger Death Punch, I was there to catch the whole thing. Now, we had no problem getting over and whatnot. It's just by the time we got in and everything and got to the seats and whatnot, and it was a thing. So we just didn't catch most of Ice 9 Kills. We would have had to have left a little bit earlier, but we couldn't have left any earlier because Sean unfortunately had to work. But we went over as fast as we could, and we still couldn't get there for the first band. All right. Then we go on to Five Finger Death Punch, who I'm not a huge fan of. I don't mind them. I usually think their covers are their best songs. But I discovered that I actually liked a few of these tracks, and they weren't bad, but I'm still not a fan. So you got Lift Me Up, Trouble, Wash It All Away, Jekyll and Hyde, Bad Company cover. I was a little worried they might not play that, and they might just play all original stuff. Very happy they played Bad Company because, man, I like their cover. I don't necessarily enjoy their interpretation of the cover, but I dig their cover. IOU, Wrong Side of Heaven, Burn MF, that's Burn Motherfucker. That particular song, there were kids in the audience, okay? And, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. There were kids in the audience, and I don't care if you're swearing throughout certain songs and certain parts throughout songs, okay? That's fine. But it feels like they overextended it with the crowd chanting of doing the burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker, burn, which that's probably going to get me flagged just for doing that. But that's not the point. With doing that, it was kind of like, a lot of kids being there, were they singing along with their parents? Were their parents letting them sing along? Like me, I would have let my kids sing along back in the day, but I was very liberal, and it got to a point where I was told I wasn't allowed to play Metallica So What in the house until my son got old enough to understand when he could and couldn't sing it. That was a problem for a while. Then it was Welcome to the Circus, Under and Over It, and The Bleeding. All right, it wasn't bad, so it's cool and whatnot. Now, let's get into Metallica.
Metallica family, we're grateful you're here. We're going to play a whole different batch of songs for you tonight if you were here on Friday. I was here. I can't play the same ones again. All right.
I believe I should have video for each song, so there's gonna be parts where it's gonna clearly cut in or something with it. I will see how this goes. I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm just filming this consecutively as I go here. So we open up with Whiplash. Oh, yes! What a great way to open up the night. Head's already banging. So that was awesome. That was wild. You hear noises in the background. My cat Neelix is roaming about, being noisy and rambunctious right now. After that, we go into For Whom the Bell Tolls. Now, as someone who's actually played this in a band myself, I love playing this song, man. This is one of those songs. This is a drum song for me, man. So it's like, yes. I mean, I've seen it live before, but how can I not ever love seeing it live? Now, I will say there is one thing with seeing this live I'm a little bit kind of about, and I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of Rob kind of jamming before it, a little bit like Newstead used to do a little bit, riling up the crowd, just a smidge. But it's okay that they didn't. But Bells, man, the fact that I've seen both Newstead and Trujillo now do Bells is awesome, man. That's the beauty. Any song that I am seeing at this point that is a duplicate that I have seen before, I have gotten the pleasure of seeing both Newstead do it and Trujillo do it, and that is awesome to me. So I absolutely love it. And then after For Whom the Bell Tolls, we go into Ride the Lightning. I got to see Ride the Lightning live, man. That was cool. I know they've been playing it a lot more in recent years, and that's badass and awesome. And James seemed to remember all the lyrics. Used to be a joke that he'd always forget the lyrics at a certain part in there, and the point where that became part of the song, it almost felt like. And he seemed to remember all the words this time. That was pretty cool. And then we get an entry off of Saint Anger, Dirty Window. I never expected to get Dirty Window, man. Like, this one blew my mind that we got this. Saint Anger, sure. Frantic, sure. I was really kind of hoping we were going to get a song off of Saint Anger, which I was not expecting. I thought Saint Anger was going to get completely skipped. I was really kind of hoping it would have been Unnamed Feeling, but I got to see Dirty Window live. That's pretty badass, man. I'm happy with that. Even though it's not like a big song for me on the Saint Anger, that's cool. Then we get 72 Seasons. I will admit, this one, I prefer better off the album, I think. I don't mind it, and it was cool, but I just... meh. And then from there it goes into If Darkness Had a Sun. And that was really... I really enjoy If Darkness Had a Sun. It's one of the songs off the album I really kind of dig and get into. I will say, though, that it's another song off this album. I'm going to probably talk about this more in part 4. If Darkness Had a Sun, like I said, there's songs I could have interchanged off of 72 Seasons, no problem. We're going to just move on from there. After that, we get into Welcome Home Sanitarium. And then we get You Must Burn. Oh! Had not been expecting that one either. That was pretty badass, man. Ooh, really love it. Really dug it. Really kind of got into it, man. That one worked live. Once again, goes into that could have been interchangeable, but still works. Then we've got the Call of Cthulhu. Yes. Now, obviously, everybody loves the instrumentals, so it's great to do the 2 nights. That way, they could do whichever one on either night. And the fact that we got 2 instrumentals was fantastic. And yes, obviously, if they're going to do 2 instrumentals, it's going to be Orion and Call of Cthulhu. Sadly, they're not going to do Suicide and Redemption as much as I would love if they did. It's not going to happen. And would I have given up Call of Cthulhu for Suicide and Redemption? Yes! I've seen Call of Cthulhu already, so yes, I would have just for that reason. And then we go into the song that made me tear up. And I mean, oh my God, I could not believe I got to see this one live. Because they never play it. They never, ever play this one live. The Unforgiven. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So much. Oh. It meant so much to get to hear this one live. Oh, you can hear it in my voice again. That damn, I'm an emotional musician person. Oh. Oh my God. I didn't weep. I got misty-eyed like I'm doing right now, okay? It was just, oh. And then they follow that up with Wherever I May Roam. Oh. Oh. And then we go into Moth into a Flame. That was badass. Now, I will say that I do not mind the song. There are definitely about 4 other songs I would have rather have heard off of Hardwired. So the 2 songs that they picked off of Hardwired, I'm okay with it. I'll get into this in my big wrap-up video in part 4. But that's all cool. That's all cool. And then they do something that I did not expect as well. Because at this point, we've already had a fair amount, and I mean a fair amount, of Ride the Lightning songs, okay? Like, just this evening, we had already had For Whom the Bell Tolls and Ride the Lightning. Night one, we got. Oh, sorry. And we had Call of Cthulhu as well. Sorry. Night one, we had Creeping Death and Fade to Black. All right. That's 5 songs right there. And then we get a 6. Fight Fire with Fire. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Completely honest with you. By the time Fight Fire with Fire came on, there was a part of me that was shitting myself and mentally begging them just to play Escape and Trapped Under Ice, just to fucking do it and say they played the entire Ride the Lightning album between both nights. I was dying for this, okay, at this point, because Fight Fire with Fire came on and it was just, holy shit. Holy shit. Whoa. I'm surprised I can still move my neck at this point, man. I'm surprised I didn't piss off the poor people behind me, man. They didn't grab me by the back of the hair. Whoa. Damn. Okay. And then we got Whiskey in the Jar. Oh. Whatsoever. I was expecting it 2 nights of just Metallica because based on a lot of set lists I've seen in recent years, it really seems like they've kind of scaled out doing covers. And that's just because of how many of their own songs they have and the fact that they're not playing 3.5 hour long shows anymore. Or, they're not spicing in some covers just to pepper it up and flavor it for themselves. Because with these 2 night shows, man, they're having some crazy ass set lists. All right. Anyways, Whiskey in the Jar. I got to see this live. I'm thrilled. I never got to see this live before. So that was awesome. A song that I have played over the years myself within bands. I absolutely love. I performed myself in karaoke multitudes of times. It's just a great tune, man. It's so much fun. Okay. Now at this point, the balls also dropped during Whiskey in the Jar. They did the exact same thing again with the balls all dropping. It was a giant party. Everybody's having a good time. Perfect way to get into it. But there were more to this night, man, because if you notice, there's 2 major favorites I have not mentioned over both nights. One, beautiful. One is One, great song. You know you love it. You know it was going to be played. Call it a day. And then we finish with the song that hasn't been mentioned yet over 2 nights. And for them not to play this one at all would be absolutely insane. And that is Enter Sandman. Finish the night off with Enter Sandman. So that is Metallica over 2 nights. Now, I'm going to have a very detailed synopsis for part 4 over the 2 nights, talking about the whole entire thing with the set list and a full breakdown. Because there was one album that was completely, well, technically in the Metallica catalog, there are, depending on how you want to look at it, 3 to 4 albums that were technically ignored. I'm going to narrow it down to there was only one album that was actually ignored. But you have to watch part 4 for that, and part 4 will be tomorrow. These are all going to go up at the same time that even reviews are still going up, because I want to get this out here for everybody, and eventually, I'll get back to doing regular posts and whatnot again. All right, so that's it for this one. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. If you are in the city of Windsor, Project 0 Hour Prototype is being played live for the public for the very first time at the Barbershop Bar on Howard Avenue. Google map that shit if you need to. Come and check it out. That is me, Shawnee B, and Drucifer in our first movie ever that I wrote and directed. All right, folks. Peace, love, take care.